I now declare open the Legislative Assembly's Legal and Social Issues public hearing for support for older Victorians from migrants and refugee backgrounds.
It has been our experience that older people from culturally diverse backgrounds are more likely to discuss elder abuse with a healthcare worker than seek the assistance of a lawyer.
By far and away, the biggest theme from our consultation in the lead up to making our submission was the importance of providing services in relevant language.
Connectivity is essential, and it's a combined effort between governments, technology companies and community partners that's actually going to solve that.
Integrated legal services can play a key role in preventing and ending elder abuse, but these services need to be culturally safe and accessible to called communities.
COVID and social isolation and the restrictions that we've been placed under have really heightened the isolation that a lot of older members of migrant and refugee communities face.
Older people need timely access to culturally safe and relevant services and support and information that empowers them to better manage their health.
If people don't have a device, how do we then get them connected?
There are different ways of doing that, so if we could get donated devices from people to give out to community partners that needed it and to community members that needed it, that's going to be an essential step.
You mentioned your own example of your family as a result of the COVID isolation.
Physical and mental deterioration. And I've certainly seen this within my own family structure where my ageing mother has deteriorated physically and mentally because of the social isolation and lack of interaction with other people and social connection with her peer group.
Being a regional member of Parliament, I'm interested in your take on the difference between, Metro Melbourne and the regions.
What doesn't seem to work is resettling communities, particularly a primary resettlement from overseas directly into regional Victoria or Australia, without much consideration of whether the services match up, whether the communities match up, how prepared people are to welcome new communities, and also housing, I think, is a really big one too.
How do you think the state government should be dealing with the challenges that we've talked about?
Offering more employment opportunities in the regional areas and the facilities for the second generation to develop themselves or to live in these regional areas will be a great initiative there.
I guess what I'm interested to know is, do you think that working with the COLD community is just a matter of interpretation, or is there another layer of that that we have to work through?
What we have seen through our community partners is that need to have bilingual mentors. So it's really important to have people from the community that speak the same language, that understand the cultural needs, being able to deliver the programs in the way that they see fit.
How does Justice Connect engage?
Through CoHealth, we do a bit of outreach work, so some community presentations, but building those really strong links with those multicultural workers that go out and work a lot with those communities, and we get a lot of referrals in that way.
Have you seen any trends in relation to the role of the family?
Within diverse communities, I think there can be a greater expectation for people to receive support within the family context. Now, that's both a positive and a negative. That's enormously powerful and strength for our community where informal care and support is available. But of course, in lots of families, that's not possible. And so access to the service system becomes very, very critical to everybody, both the family and the older person having a better quality of life.
You talk about a lot of recommendations in your submission. How do you believe we can roll them out?
I think one of the things we can take from the pandemic as a learning and carry forward in the recommendations, that there needs to be a recognition of the individual within their social, within their cultural context, and ensure that the way in which that investment is made supports people to be able to fully engage with the things that they need to know to make the choices that are best for them.